Right, have I got something special for you today? We're going to make a stir fry. Okay, not just any old stir fry though. Going to make a nice, delicious pork belly stir fry. It's going to be nice and cheap because that was like what? That was like £5.35. Sorry if I seem a little bit drowsy because I've not long woken up, to be honest. I've been awake for like an hour and a half. I've had a cup of tea. I'm filming this really early for some reason. It's like, what is it? It's like 9:30 in the morning. But I want to get it filmed and get it edited so it's up for Sunday. So yes, we're going to make a nice little pork belly stir fry. We're not going to use all of this, probably about half maybe. But at £5.35 for this joint, it's still a very economical piece of meat. So pork belly, good stuff. Before we dive in, do the usual thing, like, share, subscribe, thank you very much. Share this video to your friends and family and of course the people in need. It's a cheap and accessible recipe. It's going to feed a crowd for not much of this. What say you? Huh? I know this is like not relevant to the video, but he finds the weirdest places to sleep. Decided to sleep on a shoebox last night. Could have had anything. Could have sat on the settee, the bed, somewhere more comfortable. No, shoebox. Well, a little weirdo, ain't you? Anyway, let's crack on. Now, of course, as always, all the ingredients will be below in the video description. They'll also sort of flash up on the screen now as well. So if you want to pause the video, note down the ingredients, you can do that now. But very, very simply, we've got a pork belly, obviously. Spring onions, a couple of peppers, got a green and a red one here. Give them a quick wash. This one's on the turn. It's looking wrinklier than an old ball sack at the minute, but it needs using. One onion, bit of ginger there as well. Measurements wise, about that much. 3 cloves of garlic, bit of soy sauce. I'm going to use white pepper as well. You can use black, but white pepper does go well with this. Optional, some toasted sesame seeds for garnish. And of course, your boy MSG, or disco salt as I like to call it. You can leave this out if you want, but it's good stuff. Don't be afraid of it, eat it. Well, don't eat it out of the pack, but you know what I mean. And that's everything you need to make the stir fry. Obviously, apart from what you're going to have with it, like your rice or your noodles. May add a little bit of salt. I don't think we'll need it, but we'll see. But of course, like with stir fries, you need to do your frickin' mise en place, do your prep first. It's going to make your life a whole lot easier. If you don't do this step, then your stir fry is going to be a pain in the arse. It really will. Like I said before, imagine trying to chop up all your veg as everything's cooking. Because it all comes together quite quickly, you ain't got time to be chopping stuff as you're cooking. You need it all done beforehand. So do that first. So take your peppers, cut out the core, remove the seeds, and then just chop that into nice thick chunks. With this, you don't need to be too fussy, you don't need to be all dainty with it. Nice big chunks. Same with the onion, just peel it. Dice that into nice big chunks as well. The garlic I'll just peel, and then I'll just slice those up into little rounds as well. And just peel that ginger, and then just slice that nice and finely. That's the only thing you really need nice and finely, because you don't want to bite into like massive chunks of ginger. So dice that up nice and small, that's ready to go. Take the spring onions, take off the outer layer, slice those up, ready to go in at the end. Right, so once you've done all your veg prep, got that out of the way, let's sort out this boy. Pork belly. First thing you're going to want to do is take the skin off. Some of you might be thinking, oh my God, what are you doing? That's the best bit. Well, yes, if you're making roast pork, but in a stir fry like this, it's just going to go flabby and horrible. So take it off. But don't waste it. Stick it in a bag, pop it in the freezer. You can use it for cracklings later on. But just take a small sharp knife and just cut underneath the skin. Try not to cut into the meat too much, and you still want to keep some of the fat left on there as well, because that's all good stuff. It's all good flavour. Once you take the skin off, we're going to... Look, don't look at that. I know I've made a right old flipping hack job of that, but we won't look at that bit. Going to cut it in half lengthways. You see where the fat line runs, so what we're going to do is cut that in half again, and then each chunk into half again. So you've got 4 sort of nice pieces like that. And then take each piece again, and you see this fat line here. Okay, you want to run with that. So every bite is the same. And cut it fairly thin, because it is quite a tough cut of meat. Okay, if it's too thick, it's not going to cook down enough. And that little piece of belly, look, that's all the pork we got from it. There's plenty there. So let's get cooking. Now we're going to start this pork off in a cold pan. I know that seems counterintuitive to a stir fry, but there's a reason for doing that. And the reason why is because we need to render off some of the fat. If you were to just put that straight into a hot pan, it's going to scorch the fat and it's not going to soften. So in a cold pan, get the heat on to, I'd say about 5 for electric hob. And as that comes to temperature, some of that fat's going to start melting. It's going to go into the pan, which is going to add flavour, and it's going to soften the fat as well. Right, so now you can see after a couple of minutes, you can see the fat and oil coming out of that pork. Now's the time to crank it up to maximum. You want to get some crispiness on that pork as well. Probably also a good idea to open up all your flipping kitchen windows, your back door, right, because it's going to get a bit smoky. When it starts looking gnarly like this, you know you're on the way. Nice and crispy, that's what you want. Then still on a nice high heat, go in with your onions and your pepper, get that all mixed through. And again, much like with the pork, you want to scorch those peppers and the onion as well. Get some colour on those as well. Colour is flavour. Right, so once you've got some colour on those peppers and onions, in with the ginger and the garlic. Don't add this in like too early because it will burn. Give that another 30 seconds to a minute. Then we'll add some white pepper, probably about a teaspoon, and a good old glug of dark soy. And about 2 tablespoons. And of course, a little sprinkle of our disco salt, bit of MSG. Again, you don't need a lot, about 1/4 teaspoon, that's it. And then just finish it off with a splash of water. That just brings everything together and sort of creates a little bit of a sauce. Again, you don't need much, about 50 ml, a couple of tablespoons. And look at the state of that. That's it, it's done. It's ready to serve. There we go then. Quick, simple little pork stir fry. Using a bit of pork belly, nice and cheap. Obviously it's not going to be like super soft and tender like you would slow roasted pork. It's got a bit of chew to it, but that's what gives it texture. Have it with whatever you like. But I like it with boiled rice because if you had like flavoured rice or something else with strong flavours, it's going to overpower it because there's a lot of flavour in that pork stir fry already. So there we have it. Quick, simple little pork stir fry. Cost bugger all. It's easy to make. And it tastes bloody marvellous as well. But listen, I'm going to shoot off. Finish the rest of this. If you enjoyed the video, stick a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe. Share this to your friends and family and of course the people in need. It's nice and cheap. It's accessible, which is what we all need right now, isn't it? Because God knows things aren't getting any better, are they? At the minute. But anyway, I'll see you gorgeous faces next time. Bye for now.